What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rant, no hate. To all you slow people out there, Turki Al-sheikh is trying to build a league. Duh. Now, but listen, didn't I tell you guys, anybody who's been rocking with me for the past couple of years know, I said several months ago, like last year sometime, when Turki, even before Turki did what he did, before Turki came into the picture and made his presence felt with putting on these cards, I said, boxing needs a facelift badly. Boxing needs an actual league. Remember that? People in the comment section were saying, yeah, but who's going to fund it? Where they going to put the money up to do that type of stuff? And I'm like, well, that can be a problem, and it will be if the person or persons don't have deep pockets where they can make way more money than what they're making now, because a lot of these fighters are complacent with not having to fight the top level fighters. They fighters that have a certain persona, they attract people a certain way. A lot of times they get attention from the outside, like things that happen outside of the boxing ring, and they, especially when they become the villain, and people have like to play this villain role for a long time now. And so, yeah, I said that could be a problem, but real fighters are going to want to fight. And if you can't get the top guys to fight each other now, it'll be difficult to get the top guys to fight each other in a league where they're not getting paid more. Okay. But I said, no, they need to have this happen. Because real fighters, I said, look at all these fighters that's not getting anything. Look at all of these fighters that they're talented, but they can't get the fights that they want. They're being overlooked. And so when you look at those type of situations, right? Yeah, you have questions. Okay, along comes Turki Al-sheikh. Now, deep pockets, he's putting the best cards on. Every time he put a card on, it's the best card. There's nobody else, no other promotions that's able to match the cards that he's putting on. Now, the thing about Turki Al-sheikh, he said he had a vision for boxing, and he had things he wants to do, and he wants to rebuild boxing, reconstruct it from what it is. So it's obvious it's more than just what he's doing now. This is the show. This is the start of the show. Look, this is, I'm able to get, a lot of these fights that you normally wouldn't get. So, teaming up with TKO, Dana White. Well, I told you guys, he wants to build a boxing league. And this is what he did, what he's trying to do. And I said someone need to do this a long time ago. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Because bottom line, you got guys fighting mandatory fights and not fighting their mandatory fights. You got guys using these little privilege titles to avoid fighting their mandatory fights. Guys being handed opportunities out of favoritism. Or, this belt I get it, or you have to request the franchise championship. Lomachenko requested. Canelo Alvarez, he requested. And this is for the fighter that dedicate their life to boxing and to the sport of boxing. And okay, wait, so you mean to tell there's only one motherfucker in each division that's doing that? So, no, this is a privilege title. What does this do for boxing? Nothing. But what it does is give certain fighters more opportunity than every other fighter in the division. And it's not fair, man. I mean, goddamn. Even, I don't respect the title, but goddamn, even for somebody to get it would be more respectable, at least if they had to fight for it. But then, once they get it, then what? What are you doing with it? It's a title you can't win, you can't lose, you can't defend it. It's just, you are a representation of the WBC franchise champion. You are the representative, and you're representing the WBC, and you're also paying a sanctioning fee for this invisible belt. But at the same time, that's not the change that boxing needed. All these guys that came into the picture, the only thing that these promoters and people are concerned about is how to make more money. It's not about, hey man, let's give the fans what they want. Let's give them their money's worth. It's not about that. We don't need to watch shit. I won't fucking die or go away if boxing fucking disappears. Oh my God, no more boxing. So fucking what? If the NBA went away, if the NFL, so fucking what? We'll make it in life without these things. These are not necessities. These are luxuries. These are just, this is, for the people watching, it's leisure time shit. Hey man, we enjoy good movies. We enjoy sports. We enjoy something to watch. So you think that I'd rather spend my money, giving my money to these people, than to make my own money? You understand what I'm saying? So it's a balance in life that you play hard, you work hard, you play hard, right? Work hard, play harder, however, whatever. But it's not like we need this. I've never in my life seen somebody on their deathbed and they're like, well, sir, we want to do this procedure and we hope that it worked and we're going to do everything in our power. And the motherfucker say, no, I know what can save me. What? Please, just let me hear that Ja Rule song one more time and I'll live. Please, let me see Tyson Fury fight one more time and I'll... Now, we don't need that shit. I need to hear Ja Rule. Nobody ever said that shit. That's not what saved lives. We don't need that. It's just entertainment. It's leisure shit. That's all it is. Half of us spend time trying to uncover the truth. Well, I ain't gonna say half. That's a stretch. Some of us, a few of us, tell the truth and come correct with, and want to put the truth out there. That's what we aim to do. And you got the majority of these motherfuckers who, wherever the fuck I can stir up some controversy and get people to pay attention to what I'm saying. Hey, even if I'm lying my ass off, let's do it anyway. And we're not cool with that shit. Now, for Turki Al-sheikh and Dana White. Dana White made a comment that rubbed people the wrong way. He said he won't work with any sanctioning bodies. Now, Turki Al-sheikh says their goal is not to go against anybody. It's basically opportunities for different people, for different fighters. And, he's saying this is what the fans need. With boxing, this is a change that boxing needs. See, when you have these WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, IBA, IBO, all these different sanctioning bodies, it's like for what? I told you guys before, the fact that Turki Al-sheikh has had a belt, I've seen the belt. I'll post it for you guys who haven't seen it, okay? His undisputed belt looks just like the belt on the game, okay? And basically, the idea is to have a league that doesn't have a WBA, doesn't have a WBO, WBC, IBF. It's just the champion is undisputed. Maybe he'll have a tournament, but it will be in every weight class that there'll be just one undisputed champion. There's no need for all these different belts. And basically, a lot of these fighters have been just milking the process. So now, this is what's going to happen. The more fighters, and let's be real, there's a lot of fighters that's not getting opportunities. So there's going to be a lot of fighters saying, fuck this, I'm in. Because for one, they're going to make more money. And they're going to want to get that top dollar. But what's going to happen is guys are going to have to fight for this shit. Now, the only thing you'll probably have along with Undisputed, you might have an interim champion just in a sense of, in a way of like maybe a fighter gets injured or something, some really unfortunate shit. Not all of a sudden, 1 minute I'm in front of the camera. Come tomorrow night. Next thing, achoo, oh, I'm sick. Oh, goddamn, my eyebrows. Oh, my earlobes. No. Then all of a sudden, I'm better. Hey, fuck you. I want him. No. So if they're going to stick to that format and basically run boxing the way, I've said this shit a long time ago, boxing should be ran in a way how like the UFC has, they don't have all these sanctioning bodies and all this bullshit. And I said it's going to take somebody with deep pockets, yeah. All group. And then with Turki Al-sheikh's money and the fact that he has grouped up with TKO, the WWE is also merged with TKO. And pretty much what I'm seeing next would be they'd probably have a deal with Netflix. So you probably have this reality or whatever he's going to call his company, his boxing league. It would probably be a Netflix deal, something like that, where Dana White's already a part of TKO, UFC. They're all merged together. So, yeah, man. It puts it like this. I say, what does this mean for boxing? Because we have to see how things develop, and how it works. You see, one of the things about boxing, the people within boxing, including the fighters, have been boxing's own worst enemy. I hate when I hear fighters say shit like, let me rephrase that. It doesn't bother me. I just don't respect when I hear people say, I don't have to fight him. He's done nothing. What has he done? He fight one champion. He don't do nothing. But then go fight a lesser opponent. I don't like the fact that fighters fight title eliminators and then the winners of the title eliminators don't fight each other. Oh, you asking for too much money. Oh, I don't need to fight him. He's not on my level. I'll beat him. Man, you know what? He don't sell tickets. Now, it's like, you're not putting up the money. So put up or shut up. All we need you to do is put your skills to the test. Real fighters are going to step up. These fake fighters that oh, yes, I love you. You're going to see who's real and who's not. People that don't want to be a part of these cards. See, Turki saying things like such and such, or Canelo, or Oscar, whoever, if they're smart, they would take this offer. Believe me, big things are coming. And he's talking about how things change all the time. And okay, I don't like the dictatorship. I don't like I said, the things I said in regards to Turki, as far as him ringside telling the fighter he wants to win and he's behind the scorecards, and what kind of shit is that, man? Like, and all of a sudden telling the public that, Benavidez is going to fight the winner of Bivol and Turviev, and then all of a sudden, I changed my mind. I'm no longer interested in that fight. Nah, that's dictatorship, man. That has nothing to do with what fighter earned what and a ranking system. You got to have structure. You got to look at what boxing isn't doing. And with that, it's the rules that they don't follow, the regulations that they don't follow, the fact that boxing has no structure. So this league has to have all of those things that boxing miss and need. But he himself got to know his fucking role and don't overstep his fucking boundaries either, man. Because just because you'll put up the money doesn't mean, I got the right to say and do whatever. It's like I said, you could take a couple that have nowhere to go. Without you, they're homeless. It's fucking below zero. You gonna come in there, hey, listen, man, I'm putting you in my house rent free. Y'all ain't contributing to nothing. The least you can let me do is let me fuck your wife. Okay, and I'm not asking. What the fuck kind of shit is that? That's pretty much what Turki Al-sheikh has been doing. And that's not gonna what the fuck is that, man? That's not the way this goes, man. We want to watch something that's respectable. You know what turns me off? Like, I've worked for places where, like, I used to work at this hotel. Well, I was a supervisor, and they had it was an indoor big, huge, huge company, huge indoor water park and all that. Outside, you had all this stuff, right? And it's like, for the people from the outside looking in, fun. As an employee, different. They treat the workers like shit, man. They treat those workers like shit. I've seen people on their feet all day without food. The housekeepers are standing there eating from their carts, man. Got to keep hand sanitizer. Can't even go sit down and enjoy their lunch. Everything. I've seen so much. I've been on vacation in different countries, man, and had people talk to me about how things go in the country, how they work, and like, god damn, we get to come in and enjoy all of this, and they live here. They from the country and don't even, shit like that, man. I remember I was in Mexico one time, man. I was at this resort on the beach, nice big tall hotel building, very very long beach, man. We out there, and I remember we were in a pool, a nice heated outdoor pool, and I remember this some of the workers, they were, and I'm looking like, wow, they had the one lady that was there, she worked there, but it turns out it was one of them things where, guess what? She's screwing the boss. She gets whatever she wants. This guy was much older than her. She was young, tall, very curvy, had the flat stomach, the six-pack, the big hips, the big booty, big thighs, big legs, nice and toned, and, long, and yeah. And they had people coming out, bringing her drinks to the pool, and they was treating her like royalty. The other girls didn't get that. And basically, they was like, if you're not close with the boss, and then sure, kind, nice, you work to hard, and no break, like to just like a slave, goddamn, just work. and then not paying them much of shit. You know, and that's what you call dictatorship, man. These girls all work hard, but because you screwing one, she gets privileges. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is all part of life. People make it seem like the NBA, you know, boxing or the NFL, or like all like this is something from a fantasy. No, this is all life. I don't respect that kind of shit, man. So, yeah, don't fuck the people over and don't fuck your damn workers over, man. These people are coming here that like, we'll see how things are gonna go. We'll see if this is going to be a thing where boxers are fighting more frequently. Because really, man, what I see happening too, you're going to have a lot of fighters from a lot of different countries on this, or a part of this promotion, this league, or whatever they're trying to do. Because you got to look at all these fucking fighters that fight really only in their country. By the time they fight in fucking U.S., these motherfuckers already had like 35 damn fights. And you're like, who the fuck is this dude? You know, so now at least they'll get that exposure. And you know what? Where there's money, people have interest. Where there's stiff competition, that's where people have a lack of interest. But what they have going on with boxing as we know it, if what Turkey does starts to surpass in this type of thing where the ratings are, they get major deals, Netflix, they got like all these different things where, you know, they're shining and people are looking, going, damn, look at all these promoters, the Bob Arams, the Shelly Fingers, all these people that's been a part of this shit all this time, and look at what's going on. So I believe, it's not like I think that they're going anywhere. Hopefully the business model for boxing just changes, period. You know, we know that Turkey works closely with Eddie Hearn and you know, Frank Warren, but things happen, relationships fall apart, you never know how things are going to go. But yeah, this is something that boxing is needed. Now, once again, he has to do things the proper way, man. You know, oh, this your excellency, man. Fuck all that bullshit. I know excellency, man. You just a fucking human being. That's all you are, is another man. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. What these motherfuckers need to understand, real simple. If you are going to present something to the people, okay, and you don't know how to remove yourself from it, that's what I loved about, you know, like example, if you watch professional wrestling, that's one of the things I love about AEW. Because Tony Khan isn't jumping on there trying to be some supervillain or trying to, you know, always in the camera and trying to, like, no, he let the wrestlers shine. Like every other fucking week, Vince McMahon was on TV, or Triple H when he was always on TV. Like, come on, man. Like, the storylines were bullshit. They were bogus. They was stupid. It was just like, got to the point where you were like, all right, it's the same shit over and over. You know, we don't need you in front of the fucking camera every week. We don't need you, you know, walking around like, this is my show. I run this. I can do what I want. No, sit your fucking ass down and let the fighters do what they have to do. We don't need to fucking see you, man. We're not tuning in because of you, to see you. You know, and this is what I'm saying. Where these guys, people come up with things, they come up with something, and their ego gets the best of them. Man, keep it professional, keep it business, and understand nobody's tuning in to watch you. So, we'll see how things go. But I told you guys, man, boxing needed a league a long time ago, an actual boxing league. So, I don't know how long Turkey's had this idea, but this motherfucker is years behind me saying this shit. And now that he is making it known, he's saying he's not going to say too much about it, which I feel like is smart, because what you want to do is, by the time you mention it, the rules, the regulations, everything that you have is set, and you're all ready to boom. Now let's get the thing going. Let's get the event going. Let's make sure we got top level, top name guys out there. Let's make sure that everything is ready. So when you put your first show on, in terms of your league, you got top level fighters. You got the interest of the people already built up to it. To, you know, and basically this needs to be something where it travels. They're not just over in Saudi Arabia. They're everywhere. So this league, you know, will be able to travel, and at least, you know, like with the UFC, they have a pay-per-view like every month or whatever. Now, I feel like with boxing, man, they've gotten so used to certain fighters only fighting once or twice a year. the majority. So it may be a slower process. There's still cards you can put on, but the reason I'm saying with that is because when you look at boxing as a whole, now the difference would be, it's with this league, people will pay more attention to fighters that they normally wouldn't pay attention to. One thing I love about the UFC, like One Fighting Championships, from the very first fight, even from the prelims, people are in the building. Then, all this walking around, taking pictures on the red carpet. Oh, yeah, I got a book coming out next month, and go buy the book. And oh, yeah, I'm over here taking pictures with all the rappers and the actors and entertainers. And like, man, sit your ass down. And fucking arrogant rich motherfuckers go buy a ticket just to fucking sit down and come in the building, fuck the last two fights or the main event. Like, which defeats the purpose. So we're not really here for the event. We're here just for the one fighter, or because it's a big event, there's rich people here, or people that we want to rub elbows with, and all this type of shit, man. But yeah, bottom line is, this league needs to be everything that boxing isn't right now. And just for the record, man, I noticed something, right? They have a relaunch of Fight Night Champions. It is called Fight Night Champions Forever. Now, the rumor is that there's supposed to be a brand new Fight Night Champions game coming in 2026. I don't know if that's true or not. I did hear someone that works closely with EA or for EA. They're affiliated with EA some kind of way. He did make a mention that in 2026 there was supposed to be a new EA game coming out, right? But what they have done so far with the EA Fight Night Champions Forever is it's with the one we already have. Not. This will be updates, not a brand new game as of right now. The new whatever Fight Night Champions game will be is going to be a complete revamp. This will be update set, and right now we know that they have an updated Mike Tyson, which I don't know how cool that is, because an updated Mike Tyson stat should be lower than the Mike Tyson that's originally on the game. Alexander Usyk, I saw him. I saw Bivol. I saw Baturviev. Floyd Mayweather, I saw him. Tank Davis, Canelo, Terrence Crawford. I remember seeing a Riyadh logo. So Turki Al-sheikh is a part of this as well. So with that being said, and hopefully, speaking of that, so since you're doing all this, why don't you finally release the two Bishop brothers that's been hostage in that game since 2011? Don't nobody have no goddamn Dr. Pepper bottle caps with the damn code inside of it no more, man. Release them two motherfuckers. All right, but yeah, so all of these different things is to get more attention to boxing. The Undisputed game is out, but it's wishy-washy, man. It's fun in a way, but it sucks in a way. Okay, and I noticed the Riyadh logo, like I said, is Fight Night Champions. So more than likely there'll be upgrades with like different gear, updated gear, hairstyles, all that kind of stuff. Got to remember, Fight Night Champions came out in 2011. It's 2025. So to finally do something to update this game, which is something we've been been looking forward to for a long time, because we know that they closed down the Fight Night Champions store online. You couldn't go on there and get more characters or gear and stuff like that or whatever. So yeah, this is a great thing, man. It's just fun for people, and it's something that contributes to boxing and will get more interest, in people playing the game again. And if people are playing this, they'll be playing Undisputed. They'll be looking forward to whatever, Turki Al-sheikh has going on. And as far as Dana White comments, as far as him saying he won't work with any sanctioning bodies, hey, listen, he doesn't need to. And I can understand why. I can understand people feeling some type of way. But at the same time, this is where people need to understand too. These same boxing promoters, man, don't get me wrong, because Dana White has his fair share of criticism as well about who he is as a person. But what I'm saying is these fucking boxing promoters have been keeping fighters back, man. And we know that, trying to protect their champions and, not pushing and promoting their fighters properly. We'll see how things happen, and I'm not going to make more out of it than what it actually is. I'm only speaking from what Turki said, and the fact that I've been saying for the longest time that boxing needs a league. Yeah, and I know the people on my channel that's been with me, man, they know I've been saying this already, and we'll just see how it goes from here, man. And with the type of money that will be involved, yeah, all they have to do is the right things. No politics, no favoritism, doing the right things, not letting fighters, like, for example, like this shit that happened with Dubois and Parker. There shouldn't be no, okay, you agreed to fight Parker, and then all of a sudden now it's a voluntary challenge. So because it's a voluntary challenge, he's not obligated. So he pretends to be sick, then all of a sudden he's okay, and the first thing he does is call out Usyk. What happened to Parker? No, your league should not allow that to happen. No, man. The original agreement was you and Parker. But see, when you yourself say Canelo, Benavidez versus Bivol is next, that's the fight I want, then you yourself go, oh, I'm no longer interested in that fight. Nah, man, that's bullshit. See, and that's where I'm saying I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm not thinking for him. I'm giving my ideas and going along with what he said. It's like, yeah, it has to be right. Not just I got the money and the power to get these top level fighters. No, it has to be the right thing. Has to be, in his mind. And this is where Dana White or whoever's involved, Eddie Hearn, all these guys need to be able to, hey, man, they need to be able to sit down, work things out, and understand this is what we need to get rid of, and we need to add this. And like I said, favoritism can't have shit to do with it, man. We can't have motherfuckers walking around here just doing whatever they want to do. And what's the difference? Only difference is you basically paid these fighters off to come to your league, and then you're gonna, still have corruption and still have favoritism. And nah, it shouldn't be like that, man. If you're gonna have mandatories, then the champion. First off, let me show you some advantages. One, if you have an undisputed champion, right? Whoever your number one contender is, that's who you have to fight. Now, it's not about mandatory this, mandatory that, right? You should have to fight. You should have to fight challenges like, and where, like, just say with your top 10, for example. If Anthony Joshua's number one, Deontay Wilder's number two, right? Let's say, for example, they want to make AJ versus Deontay, right? And then all of a sudden, Deontay goes and get knocked out, by Usyk. It shouldn't still be AJ versus the number two guy that just got knocked out by Usyk. Now it should be AJ versus Usyk. However that their ranking system go, and say however Wilder slips down, maybe they drop fighters depending on how they lost and who they lost to. Like how they, let's say how they lost. Let's not say who they lost to, because if top 10 is top 10. So my thing is, if number 10 beats number 3, number 10 shouldn't move to number 8. Number 10 should move to number 3 because he beat number 3. See, now what would happen, fighters don't have to fight in the same order, but the champion needs to be able to fight. You understand what I'm saying? Even if they keep it where you can fight somebody in the top 10 and not in any particular order. The only thing about that is, if the number one guy just keeps beating everybody, and then the order is changing where different fighters are coming to the top 10, the fucked up thing is that number one contender could be knocking out everybody and keep getting skipped over because the champion is choosing to fight number 10, number 7, number 8. You understand what I mean? So it would be more, to me, it would be a better thing if the champion has to fight. You know what I'm saying? He's going down the line. And he's winning. There's ways where you can say, hey, man, you know what? Just say, for example, if this guy, Ayatollah, comes up and say he's just wrecking shit, right? And say all of a sudden he's ranked number 7. But he's a big star now. And the champion is a big star. You can make a super fight here. You can make that happen. You got more of a chance of the top 10 fighting each other, the majority of them, than not when you have all these different sanctioning bodies. Why? The WBC can have Deontay Wilder ranked at number 1. But in the WBO, he might not be ranked at all. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing, IBF can have him ranked at number 7. They can have Tyson Fury ranked at number 2. But the WBA, Fury might not be ranked at all. So at least if you're in the top 10, the difference in you losing your spot is because you lost to someone else. So everybody that breaks into the top 10, if they fighting and they're winning, however you climb, like I said, if number 15 beats number 14, he should take his spot. If number 14 beats number 9, he should take number 9 spot. Not move that person, because this is what people are going to say. What if the fight at number 7 is more accomplished? So what? He's ranked at number 7. You see what I'm saying? Why didn't number 7 fight number 4? So if number 10 beats number 4, he should go to number 4. Not rank him under number 7. And basically, too, you got to understand, fighters are paying sanctioning fees. So everybody in the top 10 doesn't belong there. That's my point. The difference will be these motherfuckers are fighting to get to these spots. And so, yeah, man. You can always negotiate and want to put the top fighters in there. What the fuck? See, here's the thing. Fighters are now be put to a point where, see, you can make excuses up and lie about anything the way shit is now. But what happens when they're like, yo, we trying to make Anthony Joshua, against Daniel Dubois? And fucking Daniel Dubois is like, well, shit, man, well, I got hurt. Yeah, I'm out. Okay. So now all of a sudden, AJ's like, fuck it. The next challenge is going to be F.A. Job. I'm just, for example, and then all of a sudden, motherfucking Daniel Dubois comes back. Now, he's not a champion, right? But he like, yo, what happened with me and AJ? Hey, man, listen, we wanted to make this fight happen. You said you was hurt. And all of a sudden, now you want to come back, right? And now the deal is made. Now, there should be communication in between there. So, hey, so Dubois, what are you doing? What's going on? Where you at right now? Are you in shape? Well, like, what's going on? How you feeling? But my point with that is that will be a difference. Because, like, for example, you just lost your spot. Example for him to walk away from Joseph Parker to come back and talk about he want Usyk. Remember, right after Usyk won his last fight with Fury, Daniel Dubois jumps in there and starts talking about, oh, make the rematch, I want my rematch, and he already agreed to fight Parker. So he never wanted to fight Parker from the very beginning. Look at what just happened with Shakur Stevenson and Kid Austin. Kid Austin, all of a sudden he gets sick, then all of a sudden, oh, he's better. But him and his dad is acting as if they don't know why the fight was called. What the fuck you mean you don't know why the fight was called off? See, so there needs to be structure in boxing. And the thing is this, right? For the Bob Arams of the world, for all these other people, for anybody that's involved with boxing, I don't care if you're PBC, whatever the fuck you are, ESPN, whatever. If Turki Al-sheikh and Dana White can get together and their league is successful and their league is being run properly, legitimately, right? Bottom line, whatever they got going on, but it's legitimate and it's healthy for the sport and the fighters and the fans. That should make you guys want to clean your act up. Because all I see is a bunch of arrogant old men that want to tell you how the sport works and how things is and you can't do this. No. You motherfuckers remind me of like police officers and lawyers and everybody that we know what the rules are, but the rules are not enforced. The rules are broken. People's rights are violated, but you want to play dumb. Why? Because if you ever been to court, one thing you learn, if you don't know this ahead of time, it's not about what's right or wrong. It's not about the truth. It's what you can prove and what you can't prove. It's a monopoly, bro. Yeah. Yeah, so when those lawyers are, well, my client under Penal Code 4456-8, well, this and that, no. Yeah, you might understand what the fuck they're talking about, but everything is in black and white. I'll say it like this. I remember I went to court for a particular situation, and the person who I went to court against, that person had a court-appointed lawyer. That lawyer said to me, I really feel awful. I have a job to do, but I get this sense you're a good man, and you really are a stand-up guy, and you spoke very well for yourself, and I really feel like crap, because I'm representing somebody that I know is guilty. And I told the judge, I said, listen, I hear you, and let me... I understand why my attorney is here. I said, but at the same time, what the attorney is telling you under these codes and all that, let me just explain briefly, okay, what the situation is. And I'm telling you nothing but the facts. And even when I said what I said, the look on the judge's face was like, as if, that look in his little gesture was like as if, yeah, that sounds about right. But, hey, the way the system is set up, it's different. And I remember being in court one time, and somebody else was there, and I remember the judge said to that person, sir, if I was in your position, I probably would have did the same exact thing you did. I really can't fault you. But the right thing to do is not necessarily the lawful thing to do, you know, and we do have rules. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So, yeah, man, this is what I'm saying. People don't have, the, you know, when, the, you know, what's written, what's etched in stone isn't always for your good, man. People know that the laws are not really for the citizens, man. Anybody with good sense should know that, man. You know, the same people that make the laws break the laws. That's what we don't want to see Turki Al-sheikh Dana White doing. So, yeah, man, I mean, we'll see where it goes and see how things turn out with this little merger and whatever. But like I said, it's more than fucking inviting a bunch of fucking superstars to your show and putting a camera on them and bragging about how many tickets you sold or how many pay-per-views. It's more than that, far more than that. See, they want to commercialize shit and make it like everybody who is somebody is a part of our events, that type of shit. It's like, I don't give a fuck about the celebrities. I don't give a fuck about you showing who's in the crowd. I can care less about that. We care about the fights. That's it. So, we'll see what his announcement is. We'll see exactly what the setup is going to be, what their vision and their goal is, and then we'll see how things play out. Until then, that's all I got for y'all right now. I'll catch y'all in the next video.